Dr. Hotze here with one of our longtime guests, Evelyn O'Coin, who's been a guest at our center for almost 12 years. So I was walking through the reception room and she jumped up and said, Dr. Hotze, I met you a year and a half ago at the United Center at the airport. I guess the restaurant or the club, the United Club at the airport. And we visited then. And so I said, well, tell me what in the world was going on. How did you hear about us to begin with? And what was going on in your life that you decided to come in and see us?
Well, it's full circle that I met you at the United Club because I discovered you in what was at that time the Continental In-Flight magazine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I was coming back from a business trip and I was doing a little bit of traveling for work, but I always flew Continental. And I'd read a couple of the different stories that had been in the Continental magazine. And this particular trip was at the end of a year when I'd had to have one of my ovaries surgically removed, which had caused me to have a lot of continuing just weird health symptoms. Doctor kept telling me I'd be fine. On and off symptoms of depression for several years. All anybody wanted to do was throw a pile of antidepressants at me. They didn't even really seem to help. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, which I think is actually probably the exact line at the bottom of the little story that I read, which is why I was like, I don't care where he is, I don't care where it cost, I'm going. I still have the page I ripped out of that magazine. And I called y'all. And I came in here and I basically told y'all that if you can't help me, I don't know who can.
How many doctors did you see?
Oh my God, I went to 4 doctors before they figured out I had a non-cancerous tumor growth on an ovary.
And it was after they did surgery. You were back in your early 30s.
I was 33 years old.
When this happened.
And miserable. And I mean, I couldn't sleep. And again, people want to throw sleeping pills at you. I didn't want a bunch of sleeping pills. I had 2 kids, big career, a husband who survived a major illness. I'd had a lot of stress, but I was functional. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. Literally, I went on thyroid medicine, and I slept through the night for probably the first time in 5 years.
Wow.
Without waking up.
And so, what kind of energy level did you have when you first came in on a scale of 0 to 10? 10 being brim with energy, 0 no energy.
I mean, I thought I was just tired all the time. I was just sleepy. It wasn't even, I couldn't even equate it to low energy because I felt like I could just sleep standing up anywhere.
I call that pretty low energy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and when you're not sleeping through the night.
Right.
You know, and Dr. Phil says if you want to make somebody crazy, deprive them of sleep. And
Right.
they'll act psychotic when it's really just sleep deprivation.
Right.
And I think sleep deprivation and internal inflammation are probably the root of a lot of why most people feel like utter hell. And I think that everything I've gotten through here for 12 years is why I keep coming back, because I just keep feeling better.
So you're on thyroid, you're on some
I'm on thyroid,
some estrogen,
I'm on progesterone. I was also technically PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome. My hormones were in that range when I started here. They are no longer in that range. I lost that diagnosis over 8 years ago.
That's great.
So there is absolutely no reason for me to change because things are better than ever and I'm stable. And
how long did it take you to start feeling well?
Really well? Gosh, not long. I think by the time it came for my first follow-up, I was already feeling probably 80% better, and that was probably after about a month.
And that's what.
But I mean, I was sleeping through the night again in just a matter of days. Like, my sleep improved that dramatically. They adjusted the thyroid up a couple of times. Yeah. And matter of fact, over that period of 12 years, I've maybe had one other adjustment, and I suddenly stopped sleeping through the night. And so your body tells you when something's wrong. You make one little minor adjustment, and I was good again.
Now, had any doctors before told you had no thyroid problems?
They just, they're like, you're fine. Nothing's wrong with your thyroid. Yeah, they just...
So this is what I believe. Anybody, just like Evelyn, who has the signs and symptoms of hypothyroidism, deserves a therapeutic trial of thyroid. This isn't rocket science. It isn't brain surgery. Just try some thyroid and see how you do, and the proof's in the pudding. We've treated probably 25,000 women, including men, 31,000 people with thyroid, natural thyroid, and it changes their lives. It's tremendous, as well as the other hormones that work in synergy with that, the sex hormones and the adrenal hormones.
Well, 10 years after y'all start treating me, my mother's finally told that she has a low thyroid. How long do you think she probably went with it before it became where it showed up on a test, right?
That's exactly right.
So, who knows?
Evelyn's done great, and if you want to get your life back, don't hesitate to give us a call. We're here to serve you because we believe you need a coach and a staff of professionals and a doctor to coach you on a path of health and wellness naturally. This is a health coach. That's the way I like our our guests to think of us as we're their health coach. Now we make recommendations just like we did on Evelyn. We gave her recommendations. She's the health athlete. She's in the health Olympics. We wanted her to get a gold medal. Well, she got one. But we made the recommendations. She had to do the heavy lifting, and she did. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome.